Torn by Erica Rourke. Now, Mo was just your normal, average, everyday girl. Nothing special about her. She didn't go out and party. She didn't do wild things, date wild guys. But the most interesting thing that could ever be said about her was the fact that her dad was arrested for money laundering. She's grown up with her mom, who constantly worries and freaks out about the big thing, but don't ever make a scene. That's always important. And her uncle Billy, who runs the local bar and every guy in the neighborhood looks up to and seeks advice from for some reason. Now, her best friend, though, Verity, she's a whole nother case. Beautiful, wild, daring, adventurous. The one who's able to be friends with everybody on campus. And it's the only reason that Mo is even known. Until one day Mo wakes up in the hospital and the incredible unthinkable has happened. Verity's dead. Not only is Verity dead, but Mo watched it happen and she can't explain it to anyone because she doesn't even understand how Verity died. Or should I say was murdered. Then, not only does this happen, her best friend is murdered, she saw it and all she did was run, but now this weird guy who claims he's a doctor shows up in her life, telling her, don't say anything to anyone. You don't understand it. Don't say anything to anyone. It's weird, but, he's kind of cute, so hey. Not only that, but the police are asking questions, which she doesn't even have any answers to. And now her uncle hires a bodyguard for her. Which isn't horrible. He's really good looking also. You can't complain about a good looking guy hanging around all the time, right? But does she need the bodyguard? Because what's coming after her isn't something a gun can stop. Because what's coming after her appears out of nowhere and can saw through metal to get to her when she hides. And what's coming after her, she can't identify and she can't explain why. Torn by Erica O'Rourke is a great fantasy novel which veers away from the angel idea or the vampire idea to go back to a more classic teen horror story with a love triangle. Entertaining, thoughtful, enough cliffhangers to keep you interested. Definitely a good story worth reading, and does a wonderful job of leaving it open enough at the end to where there could be another one, but closing off enough the story to where you're frustrated and you're going, but I want to know what happens. Insightful characters, interesting first person thoughts to where the reader grasps Mo's way of thinking and seeing the world in both the good and her faults. Luke as one love interest and Colin as the other are so different and so varied that you really don't know who to root for. You kind of go, well, he's, I don't know. And the other characters around here have enough deep, dark secrets to where you're wanting to dig up more constantly to find who is the real bad guy, what is the truth of what's happened, of not only the main storyline, but some of the side storylines with Mo's family and some of the truths there about her dad and everything, which actually could be a whole nother story in itself, which makes brings a lot more, honestly, to a story that could be pretty shallow. Author does a fine job of writing, entertaining book. It's a quick book, which is really nice. Erica O'Rourke, pick up in your library.